Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Strange Waves, the podcast where we talk about strange stuff. This is a very special episode. Today we have guest star featuring LowKageZ.
Yo, what's good?
Otherwise known as Izzy.
Yeah.
You can call him whatever. Yeah.
Drizzle. Start that shit again.
He has two people joining, our mutual friends, Noir.
What's up?
And Brent.
What's up?
I was gonna say, I'm very happy that you guys could make it, because it was a lot of... Don't worry, that smoke alarm doesn't work.
One of us released smoke, saw an alarm, and had a panic attack. For those of you that can't see audio.
And for those of you who don't know, I've done that before.
That's illegal.
Also, get a working fire alarm.
Yeah. Well, he's getting used to burning in hell because he's dead.
So, we'd like to start out Strange Ways with a little nice segment that I forgot the name of conveniently. But we pretty much talk about something that we think needs a little more recognition that's strange-wise. LowKage, you're the featured guest star. You want to start us out?
Alright, there's this guy, 1911, called the Axeman of New Orleans. That motherfucker was ruthless. He has 6 kills and 6 injuries. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Kind of hard not to be. Alright.
It's not like you're axe killing people.
You're right, which is exactly what he did. He didn't even bring his own axe. He would go to these people's houses, find their shed, take their axes.
So he killed them with their own weapons.
Yes,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, some of them he didn't even kill. He just really badly injured them. There was this one pregnant woman. He axed her up like a motherfucker. It's fucking.
Someone just handed the guy talking about an axe killer an axe.
Which is a really bad idea. But I'm not gonna kill anybody.
No, technically it's a tomahawk.
Yeah, but don't
or a hatchet.
Don't talk to me about no fucking semantics.
Actually, what's the difference between tomahawk and hatchet?
Size and throwing capability.
That's what she's... Sorry.
Only half of that made sense.
Shut up.
Okay.
This my serial killer would also give notes to the newspaper to warn people about his killings and then still go kill him.
That's so fucked up.
That's wild.
Yeah, there was this really famous night where he told everyone where if you played jazz in your house at night, he wouldn't murder you. So there was a whole night where everyone played jazz, or everyone went to a jazz house so they wouldn't be murdered.
Wow. Yeah. That's influence right there.
Yeah.
That's intense.
That is wild.
He was an influencer of his time.
Yeah. And I find him so interesting and spooky because he was apparently a big motherfucker. But they said he could see through the cracks under the doors and just appear in your house and shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
People were doing some drugs back then.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what they thought.
Fucking 1911, they were doing opiates and the smoking shit, the pipe smoking opiates and shit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they're still sort of doing that, but
back then I feel like it was more prevalent.
Yeah, that's fair. Noir, how about you?
Well, I think might as well be a bit underwhelming after that, but I want to think that certain... You know how, a lot of Japanese mythology is becoming more mainstream? Just, honestly, cryptids, yokai, in general.
Yeah, I love yokai.
I've been seeing, a lot of horror movies revolving around unicorns, of all things.
Sounds fun.
There is one coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Blumhouse, right?
Yeah.
Or no, is it A3?
No, it's
8?
Blumhouse.
Yeah.
I think it's both of them, actually.
I love Blumhouse.
Ooh.
They have a tendency to, they master the art form of low-budget filmmaking.
Yeah.
The CG on it looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just a quick segue.
Yeah.
Blumhouse makes a Christmas show on YouTube Red called 12 Deadly Days.
Oh,
It's
that...
such a good fucking show. I recommend anybody who's listening to this right now that you watch it during Christmas time.
After this podcast, of course. Listen to the full episode.
During Christmas time, it's fucking January. It's gonna be like 11
I mean,
months.
you know, new viewers can be watching it in December, but make sure you
I
finish
guess so.
the episode before you leave
Yeah,
to
of
watch
course.
it.
Finish the episode.
And to add a segue to the segue,
Segue back to the normal.
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
We're going further away.
So you're talking about the ones with like 2 wheels kids used to ride around in the malls?
I have no idea. Maybe.
Yeah, I heard they
Anyway.
have a Segway soccer championship in California.
Okay.
Of course.
They were talking about that on another podcast I was watching.
So ironically enough, we now are actually turning back. But there is a movie called Sly that was produced by Blumhouse. It is underrated in my opinion. So it's not the greatest film ever, but it really had a lot of potential, and I feel like people should give it a chance. But actually, so the weird thing that I think would be really cool, it's more of me making a prediction about the next mythical creature that no one's going to be thinking about, but some will be popular, is a vampire tree called the Joboko. There's just something interesting, like horror potential-wise, about a tree that is produced from the suffering of human beings, and then continues to expand on that suffering by just luring you, like, oh, I'm a peaceful tree, sit in my shade, and then just devour your essence.
I mean, to be fair, that's how I would act if I was an evil tree.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it sentient though?
Sometimes.
Oh.
Sometimes a tree is sentient, and sometimes it's like just an evil gardener.
That explains the tree in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
The Whomping Willow.
No, I think
Yep.
that's a separate thing.
I mean, it is a separate thing,
There is like a separate mythology for
There-
the
there-
Whomping Willow, I believe.
the idea of deadly monster trees is not unique to Japan.
Yeah.
But there's definitely echoes and narration and storytelling all over the world.
For
Anyway,
anyone hearing clicking, LowKageZ is playing with the axe again, and we are all scared.
No.
I'm mostly intrigued. Anyway.
And for anyone who heard that, he cut my finger off.
It's okay, you got 10 of them. Well, 9 now.
9 now.
Well, actually, he had 11. If anything, he helped him with the
I think you mean
deformity.
actually.
You can't count it. He already chopped it off.
Trying to count how many are left.
Alright. Next up, we're going to go over to Brent over here.
One thing I want to hear more about, the Jersey Devil. Because I don't know shit about it, other than it was in the New Jersey Pinelands. And it's said to have, like, a horse's head, bat wings, and a forked tail. That's all I know about it. But apparently multiple people have been so-called killed by it.
Yeah.
But, like, we need more.
I haven't...
More death or more information?
Both.
Yes, more
Darn.
death causes more coverage, causes more information. So yes, death.
Alright. In that case, I would like to learn more about Spring Hill Jack.
Jesus.
Don't know what that is.
Neither do
Like,
I.
seriously?
Yeah.
Huh. That's for another
No,
episode.
no, I think that's for right now.
You know what's
Oh.
weird? We have all these legends in America, cryptids and shit. There's no movies, there's no real media about it anywhere. It's just like talked about in
Oh, about
like,
cryptids?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
cryptids are like just strange shit.
Yeah,
I mean, we
they
have
like
the
Bigfoot
Scooby-Doo movie about
documentaries.
the Loch Ness
Honestly,
Monster.
my favorite
but that
was
cryptid
an
is the
American
weird
movie.
scarecrow with the pumpkin
Yeah,
head.
they went
I
to
don't know what
Scotland.
it's called though.
I'm in love with Mothman.
We know. We've seen the toys and the shirt and the
Okay,
merchandise.
okay.
And you've been trying to make your facial hair look more like him.
What the hell does that even
And
mean?
don't think we don't know about the doll you keep in there, bro. Just
Bro,
the big
shut up
blow-up
about the
doll.
Mothman doll.
For anyone wondering, he has a shrine of the Mothman in the
Well,
background.
the shrine is
You have candles burning with wax hanging down to the floor, and photos of the Mothman with drawings of faces with heart eyes and drool.
look, the Mothman is sexy. What do you want from me? Speaking of which,
Wait, does the moth? Weirdly enough, Mothman. Does the Jeepers Creepers count as like the Mothman?
I would say you took inspiration from it.
Yeah.
The creeper is like its own thing, because when he hunts somebody, what is it, every 7 years? Every 13
don't look
years?
at me. I'm not doing it.
23 years, yes.
It's kind of ironic.
Don't quote us, we could be wrong. But let's
I'm
say
not.
he gets stabbed in the eye.
Yeah.
He'll kill someone and eat their eye, and he takes their literal eye.
Yeah, because like literally the entire reason that movie even exists was someone listened to a song called Jeepers Creepers where you get those peepers. That was literally the inspiration for the film.
I thought it
I
was
thought
vice
the
versa.
song was made for the film. I
Yeah.
could swear that was the case.
Okay.
Well, I thought
don't.
the song came from the movie.
I always
Yeah, the
thought-
song was made for the film.
Oh, okay. My bad, guys. I thought it was the other way around because it sounds so old and fancy and way too
Yeah.
happy.
Well, I think that was the intent of it. It was intended to sound old and like
Yeah,
it was
Well, it fooled me, so I guess it did its job.
I think it's like
That's
the
true.
first movie was like based in what, like the 70s or some shit?
80s, 70s or 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell if I know.
Yeah.
But speaking about loving the Mothman, what were you gonna say?
Well, I think that you had something special for us.
That I do. We're gonna play
Oh God.
Blind Rate the Sexy Cryptids.
Sorry, weird. 1 second. Jeepers Creepers was dropped in 1939 by Louis Armstrong.
The song?
Yeah, a
Okay.
song. I'm not sure if it's
Oh.
a good one.
Oh,
Okay,
then I
so-
guess you were right. The song came out before the movie. Well done.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well
great.
done on your fun facts.
Thanks.
Okay. So, for anyone listening, Josh, Noir, and Izzy all have a piece of paper with 13 numbers written on them, 1 to 13, straight down. I have a list of 13 spooky creatures, cryptids, and roundabout creepy things. They are going to rate them, blind rate them from 1 to 13 based on how smashable they are. And then we're going to go over it at the end.
We
Oh,
will
we're not doing it at the beginning. We're
Oh, no, you don't
okay.
get to know any of them. We're going to go over your lists after I'm done going
Okay.
through all 13.
so we're not like saying out
Psychologically speaking, we will not come out of this unscathed.
loud.
No. I mean, you can tell me what you're writing
Okay,
the
okay.
numbers are each time.
But then we're going to compare and contrast our
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for clarification purposes, Mothman is not on this list. All right, everyone ready?
I mean, no, but do we have a choice?
All right. First one is going to be Bigfoot.
Oh.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
I mean,
And remember, number 1 is the most likely to smash. Number 13 is Oh Hell No, Kill Me Now.
Okay.
Well, I feel like Bigfoot is probably one of the more human ones, so that's definitely
Stop stalling. Write it on the list, bud.
okay.
You don't have to justify it when
I
you put
mean,
them.
does it count as bestiality? I mean,
It would a little bit.
a little bit.
Yeah. Kind of, sort of.
But then
Big-
again,
Bigfoot
with all the
probably knows what he's
films where we fuck alien.
Yeah, where we
You
fuck
can
aliens.
curse. You can curse.
Okay.
We've been doing it this whole podcast. No problem with it.
I tune it out when white people do it. Anyway,
Izzy's black, though.
Yeah,
were you
that's why-
cursing?
Yeah, the whole fucking time. Jesus
That's
Christ.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've learned how to like curse among them. Look, I can't do that.
That or he learned how to block out black people. That's messed up.
Wow.
Noir.
You're gonna be.
I caught it, alright?
Anyway, but like with the amount of like, you know, talking species that we end up fucking in sci-fi and fantasy films.
Yeah.
I mean, alien probes, things like that. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just synonymous with cinema and everything now.
Yeah, and like he's like the missing link, so it's only half bestiality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for number 2, it's going to be my interest, is the Jersey Devil.
I'd have to look that motherfucker up though.
That is definitely bestiality, I think so.
You said what was it?
The Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil.
Sorry, Josh had a momentary lapse in
Brain power.
reality.
My brain power don't work too well.
Jersey Devil. And about halfway through, I'm going to ask and see what numbers you guys have open. You cannot change it now.
Oh, I mean,
There
you
is
haven't-
no moving
you
it
haven't-
around. Once
you
you write
haven't-
it down, you cannot move it on the list.
even though you haven't said the next one yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
100%. You cannot move it once it is placed.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. Number 3. Everyone ready for number 3?
Number 3, go.
The Loch Ness Monster. Good old Nessie.
Let's see.
Good old Nessie. All right, I'm gonna skip one down and come back to the next one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It was the Mothman. He only last
Nope,
minute.
nope. The next one is going to be a zombie.
A zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Just zombie in general or a specific zombie?
You know what? Let's go.
A zombie prostitute.
Walking Dead.
No, not
that's-
Walking Dead.
That's a song.
I know.
Let's go Last of Us zombie.
Like the clickers and all that?
So literally fungus infection.
Yup. Cordyceps infected zombie.
I would say that
Ooh.
Just remember how they infect. As soon as they basically grab you, they shove fungus into an orifice and you become infected.
Okay, that's gonna go lower on the list.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say.
Alright, now circling back to the previous one, we're gonna do the chupacabra.
Don't those like they like drink, suck your blood or some shit?
Chupacabra is bloodsucker, I believe.
Chupacabra is just Spanish for goat sucker.
Okay. I was
Typically
close.
the blood of goats, yes.
Typically.
Be
There's a
warned,
lot
they
of
have sharp
furry
teeth.
art of
Yeah,
them.
there's a lot of disturbing images on the internet. Don't look up Chupacabra Rule 34.
Yeah, they are almost
would
on par
we
with
ever-
Mothman.
What the fuck
Almost.
do you be looking up? See, I'm
saying don't.
See, that concerns me because I've seen your Reddit. That makes me wonder what the fuck.
Hey, pause. Chupacabra is not my Rule 34 searches.
Uh-huh.
That's HyperMallow TTV Rule 34.
There's no TTV, thank you very much. Get it right.
I
Yeah,
mean, it
but-
came up on both results, so it's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Note to self, look
Number
at what
6.
TTV means.
Twitch TV.
Oh,
So basically, whenever he is streaming on Twitch TV.
got you.
So your next one is going to be a fun one.
Okay.
Because I want to see the reactions. A ghost.
Oh.
Oh,
Just any ghost?
Oh my god. Yeah, a ghost. Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna put that up.
I
The
want to.
similarities between everyone's list is insane for anyone listening. Alright, after this next one, you are gonna, each of you, take one at a time, and read out what numbers you have left. The next one is going to be an Oni. And if the listeners want a visual representation of what I'm talking about, look up the Oni from Dead by Daylight, the video game. Shout out to Dead by Daylight.
Are you gonna shout out some shit on my stream?
Because you love Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight's great. If you haven't played it yet, play Dead by Daylight.
Behavior Interactive, W Game Maker.
www.
Alright, so we're going to start with
deadbydaylight.com.
Noir. What numbers do you have open still?
Open?
From top to bottom.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, and 13.
Wow, okay.
Huh. Saving the good ones for last, I guess.
Yeah, well, good thing I didn't put a lot of good ones at the bottom of the list. Alright, Izzy, what do you got?
I got 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah, there's certain things I just don't
And
want
last
to
but
smash.
not least, host of the podcast, what you got?
That would be a 5, a 7, 9, 10, 12, 13.
Oh, I love this for you. I love this for you. Alright, your next one is going to be a Banshee.
Isn't
Ooh,
that...
that's going hot. High.
Hang on.
Okay.
Specifically, the Banshees from Resident Evil.
I don't know what that...
Remind me.
Like,
those-
Screamer Zombie. No, I'm sorry, not Resident Evil. That's not what I'm thinking of. Left 4 Dead.
You mean the witch?
Dude.
I thought they were called Banshees.
Nah, it's the
Oh.
witch.
Is it the witch? Okay, well,
I'm
it
pretty
kind of
sure
falls.
that's a child.
Okay, then not Left 4 Dead.
Dead by.
The Last of Us. I'm sorry. There it is.
So the fungus zombies again.
Yeah, but specifically the ones that scream and kill your
Boo,
eardrums.
boring.
Either way, it goes further down.
Okay, fine. You could go with the Japanese iteration of the Banshee yokai
Okay.
if you really wanted to.
Yes, we're doing that.
Okay. I mean, they're all kind of the same. They scream, they kill your eardrums, they try and murder you. It's just
No,
depending
actually, I
on
don't
the
think it's
iteration of a
Japanese.
Banshee.
I think it's,
It's,
originated
European.
from Scottish.
Yeah.
Okay, well that works too. Whatever iteration of a Banshee you want to think of.
Apparently, when you
Shout out to Scooby Doo.
when you hear
Indeed.
the scream of a banshee, it's supposed to like symbolize like your death is near type shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Some people say that the Banshee was the reason that you died, but other people say that, like you said, it's just a more of a warning, an omen, if you will.
Okay, we're gonna skip around a bit on the list because Josh's shirt, if anyone can't realize, he is wearing a Slenderman shirt. And that added onto one of the last ones on the list. I want to cover that now. Slenderman.
Okay, that's going high.
Is it? Is it really?
I mean, he's got all the... Never mind.
The tentacles? The grippies and grabbies?
Listen.
All right. Everyone got their number placed?
Yep.
All right. Next is going to be a vampire.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Like Count Dracula, the OG vampire, not any of the sexy iterations, the old,
Well, now
crusty
I-
and dusty.
Like Nosferatu.
Yes.
Now I
crusty
wish I
and
didn't get
dusty.
rid of
Well-
number one.
Oh, you're really gonna wish you didn't get rid of number one later.
I mean, arguably though, it's like Nosferatu. Like, if you've seen the fan art, he's become hot recently.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the old crusty and dusty OG.
Bro, I'm just saying,
Count
who wouldn't
Dracula.
fuck Nosferatu?
Well, that's not even his name.
Me. I value my cock.
Nosferatu is just the title of the film. I think his actual name is Count.
Okay, the next one.
Okay.
What were you saying, Noir?
My ears were ringing. I'm not gonna lie. I did not hear him talking. My bad.
All I was saying is the vampire in Nosferatu, I believe, is called Count Orlok or something like that.
Orlok?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Warlock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Accurate. Neat. All right, the next one. You ready for this, Josh?
No.
You ready for this, Noir?
I mean, I might as well.
You ready for this?
Lay it on me.
Jack the Ripper.
Fuck, I wish I didn't take number one.
Well, at least he's actually
I'm
human.
right there with you.
Bro, all I'm saying, Jack the Ripper, more like Jack the Stripper. Am I right?
He'll make you strip.
And then
All
hit
right.
you with his fucking
You know
cane.
that he was used as partial inspiration for Jekyll and Hyde
He was.
Yeah.
All right, this next
And
one.
he was used in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Mm-hmm.
and Fate's Day Night. Anyway, moving on.
All right, this next one was going to be the absolute last one on the list, but I'll give Josh some leniency. Mothman.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I
Okay.
hate you.
It's a blind rate for a reason.
For,
buddy.
Oh, God.
for context, I have number 12 and I have number 13 left.
I mean, I didn't mean for
Now,
him.
before you write your answer,
Uh-huh.
just be warned, there is one left on this list. You have to be absolutely certain. Okay, he didn't even let me finish. The next one's going to be an alien.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
An alien? Like,
Especially
like
if we're
alien?
Like Xenomorph.
Okay.
What? See,
Like
this is already
specifically
lost.
that.
See, Xenomorph
Okay.
I would put a little higher.
I know, that's why I said you should let me finish. I was
Well,
going
not
to say
higher than
you
the
should
Mothman.
be absolutely certain that that is where you want it.
I mean, I would put it lower, if anything.
I was going to say,
Okay.
I didn't have anywhere left, man. I didn't
Okay.
have anything left.
Okay, we're now gonna go over these lists.
You said
everyone pass me
alien.
your
You didn't
list.
specify. It doesn't
Everyone-
matter.
I'm not
Everyone
sure if
write
you're
your
gonna be able
names
to
on your list and hand them to me. I'm gonna go over them in a random order.
I'll just read mine out loud because I don't. Some of these I'm not sure I can read, so I don't think you'll be able to read.
No, I got this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's see how similar and
All
different
right.
we all are.
All right, gentlemen. And
oh, you just randomly.
oh yeah, I'm randomly doing it. I'm shuffling them under the table.
I'm not gonna lie. This was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Josh, I would like you to pick
That one.
All right. This one belongs to the man himself, Josh.
It's me.
Number 1, Josh put a ghost, followed by an oni.
Look, okay.
Legit-
Let me justify the ghost.
Okay,
Ectoplasm.
Oh,
I'm right there with you, brother.
I really wish you.
I'm
hadn't
right
said
there
that.
with you. I'm right there with you. That's why I saw a similarity between Izzy and Josh when the ghost came out. Respect. All right. So second was the Oni, followed by the Jersey Devil, Bigfoot, a Banshee, the Chupacabra, then Slenderman at number 7. Sir.
I would have put him higher if I could have.
Oh my God. The Loch Ness Monster, a vampire, Jack the Ripper, a zombie, Mothman, and then the Xenomorph.
I can't believe you'd rather fuck a zombie than Mothman. That's a huge
Okay,
shot.
that's not. All I had left was 12
Wow.
and 13.
Well, I mean,
Dude, rule for thumb with blind ratings is you always leave at least one of the top 3 and the bottom 3 open till the last 2. Always.
yeah,
You could have had the zombie at the bottom if you wanted.
that's more or less.
And now you're fucking a rotten corpse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, zombie is only at 11.
I
That's
I
not too
was
far from the
gonna
bottom.
give you like this Mothman hoodie for your next birthday, but now I think I'll just give you like a sexy zombie prostitute poster instead.
Oh boy, zombie high school. All right, let's go with Noir. You get to pick the next one after I rip off this bottom piece.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if we all just pick our respective ones?
Well,
That-
it's a 50-50 shot, so...
It is.
All right. I think this is yours.
He picked Izzy.
Your handwriting. You were
Izzy.
not lying about your handwriting.
I know.
It's better than my handwriting.
Okay.
I haven't
All right.
written anything in a while. Okay, give
All
me
right,
a break.
sir. You started with Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, he's
Nice.
got to be number one.
Why is that?
Fire.
Talk me through that number one choice.
Cause I fucking love serial killers, and two, I always
Oh, you
love.
fucking love them.
I hope you know you're not making it out of that encounter to make it to the rest of the list.
Considering it's me, I probably have an axe, and I'll probably injure him, and then we
He's the
fuck.
axe
and
killer.
then-
I
like,
knew
He
it.
was just trying to bring attention to himself. He's been alive since 1911.
Damn right.
You've aged well.
Yeah.
Black don't crack, brother.
Damn right. See, what I did was I killed the families who used to own my people. See? Yeah.
Respect.
I'm not gonna lie, Josh. You might get canceled later.
It'll be fine.
All right. Number 2 is a ghost.
I want to
3
get
is
that Ghostbusters
Bigfoot.
pussy.
Okay then. Are we talking about the shitty 2013 movie
No.
or
Talking about the
shitty
OG.
2015?
Talking about the OG.
All right. Number 3, you went with Bigfoot.
Yeah.
You want that Bigfoot job?
Honestly,
Bigfoot job. Fucking
most of my top ones are like humanoid looking at the very least.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you put a vampire
Yeah.
at number 4. Respect to that one.
Yeah.
You put a Banshee, the Oni, the Xenomorph,
hmm Honestly, that was the only one I had left. So.
and then Mothman, Slenderman, Chupacabra, Jersey Devil, a zombie, and Nessie at the bottom.
Yeah.
Good old Loch Ness Monster at the bottom. That's wild.
Poor old
That
Nessie.
was probably for the best, since that was literally the most just an animal out of the lot.
Yeah.
That was even more of an animal than the Jersey Devil.
Especially since I don't do water, and she's in the water.
We give you floaties, bro.
Don't fuck a dinosaur.
I do hate
Please.
water levels.
Okay,
And last but not least, Noir.
what's up?
Oh my God.
I ran out of space, man.
God can't help us here.
Come on, don't leave us in
Whatever.
suspense.
Number 1 was the Xenomorph.
Again, you didn't tell me that until I had already written that. And it didn't matter because that was literally all that was left. I saved the number 1 spot for last.
And that was your downfall because you're dead now.
I didn't know it was a xenomorph.
And Josh, how are you going to let him write Mothman significantly higher than you by 10 points at number 2?
Again, I didn't have any options. And I figured, I don't know. I was hoping the last one would be more humanoid.
I mean, it depends on the xenomorph. Like, if it was
No. Alien 1 Xenomorph.
Oh yeah, nah.
The
Yeah.
drone.
You're done.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll be dead. But in my defense, I mostly picked these based on potential hotness in several different universes, as opposed to their canonical forms. Because
Well, that was-
aliens,
That was your problem.
aliens is pretty broad. You know, there's a lot of like
You were
green
thinking Rule
skin
30.
base. Yeah,
You were thinking Rule 34 alien, weren't you?
yeah. Well, again, you didn't say xenomorph. It could have been those blue squid people from that what's that video game? The one with the chief.
I don't know. First thought in my head was that you
Mass
were talking-
Effect.
My first thought was that you were going to talk about those aliens from Dan to Dan.
Oh God, that would
No.
be that would be on 14. I don't care that there was only 13 spots. That'd have been a 14. Man.
Noir would have left a blank spot. Then he went Jack the Ripper, a vampire, an Oni, a ghost at number 6. You went from cursive to English to Japanese in your handwriting, sir.
My bad. I have very inconsistent handwriting.
And then you went to Bigfoot, and then the Jersey Devil, the Chupacabra, the Loch Ness Monster at number 10, a Banshee at 11, a zombie, and Slenderman clocking last.
He
Slenderman,
literally
no!
kidnaps and kills children. I can't condone.
Yeah,
that.
but the tentacles!
I mean, he,
I'm not into tentacles. You
I'm gonna be
weird.
honest. If I didn't put the Loch Ness Monster at 13, I would have put Slenderman at 13.
it's because he's a tall, slender white man in a suit, isn't it?
That and the tentacles.
I mean, I
Hey,
might
those
have,
are just a bonus, buddy.
I
I
might
don't-
put him on 12 just for the suit. But
Quick pause. Josh was taking his personal streaks.
Oh, I also gotta do streaks.
Streaks.
Okay, so I want to give Josh an opportunity. Actually, everyone take an opportunity and renumber your list. I want to see where we're sitting at.
What do you mean?
Put numbers next to the people you want at what number.
Oh God.
I'm kind of fine with my numbers.
You're fine. You're sticking with your numbers. Okay.
Okay, so first.
Fully. Not a single change.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Josh's number one change is going to have Mothman on top.
No, for sure.
And now he's...
Shut up.
It's alright, guys. Next time you hear an episode, the Mothman Shrine's going to be taken down. It'll be
No.
another one up next time.
It'll be one for Slenderman. It reminds me of like those old YouTube videos with like the Slenderman poking out of the trees and shit.
Alright.
That shit used to creep me the fuck out.
What?
The Slenderman like poking out of the trees. And...
Oh yeah, that shit's creepy.
Yeah.
I love those games so much though. Bro, the original game was okay. So I know, TM quote unquote pirating is bad. Of course, who would ever do that?
Oh, who cares about
But
copyright laws?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, of course.
Allegedly.
Oh, dude.
Theoretically.
Allegedly, if I were to pirate games illegally, Slenderman would have been my first.
Can't you play those for free?
Alright.
Not back then.
Okay.
Well, maybe? I don't know. I thought I was doing something wrong. I might not have actually been.
Okay, so let's see. Josh's biggest change was putting Mothman at 1, dropping the Ghost down by 1, Bigfoot down to 9, Chupacabra to 11, oof, and Nessie at 13. Okay. Ooh, Noir's biggest was throwing the Xenomorph at the bottom, followed by Mothman and Jack the Ripper.
I think I put the Xenomorph up
I'm
to
just
like
not
10.
gonna. I don't want to. I don't want to sleep with a serial killer. I'm sorry.
I totally.
You left the Loch Ness Monster right where it was at 10. Okay.
It's an animal. I don't want to. I don't want to. I might like dinosaurs, but I don't want to. I don't like them like that.
And Noir's number 1, 2, and 3 by choice were the vampire, Oni, and a ghost.
There are some really hot Oni on the
Yeah.
internet.
And then followed by Bigfoot with that Bigfoot job again.
Honestly, he got pushed up mostly because the other choices were worse.
Yeah, fair.
And the Banshee would have been higher if it wasn't The Last of Us. Because there are actually some pretty hot Banshee women. And honestly, their only fault is that they're too loud. Which is
Yeah.
apparently a common complaint for both the dead and living.
Fair.
Oh,
Again,
I
you-
finally figured out what Banshee I was thinking of from Dead Island 2.
I don't know that one.
Oh, okay.
Zombie that screams, summons other zombies, and blows your
Okay.
eardrums
All
out.
right. So my point is, if we were talking about Ghost Banshee, it would have been higher. If we're
Okay.
talking about zombies are mostly going to be on the bottom half.
You like to not have decaying flesh on you.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
If you get it fresh, I mean, it wouldn't be as decaying.
Yeah. I mean, vampires are a weird gray area
Mm.
for a number of reasons. So. And regardless of their appearance, think about all the experience. If nothing else, you're going to learn something.
Bless you. Alright, going back, by the way, I think
Back
Noir, you said something a little bit ago about what were you talking about? I forgot. You were gonna explain something. You said it was a story for another day.
Oh,
A serial killer, right? Here, why don't you go ahead and explain that? Let's go to
Sure,
Florida.
sure. Yeah, I was talking about Spring Hill Jack. I don't know if you would call him a serial killer, but I guess you could call him the.
Jack of Spring Hill.
No, he was called Spring Hill Jack because he was like super agile and acrobatic. Like his heels were springs. That was,
I see.
but to answer your question is, I wouldn't say he was so much a serial killer as he was the vandal. Like like the master of vandalizing property and whatnot. Like if graffiti art was a thing, it would have been done by this guy. He's not an American character, but basically sometime in the late 1800s, London would have this weird thing where some guy supposedly could just jump over entire brick walls like it was nothing, who was kind of harassing the poor and a few snobby rich people. And for some reason, they all it's been debated if this was even real or just, propaganda. But the short and long answer is that it became part of the Penny Dreadful series.
Oh, okay.
Although there's this running joke where like someone would unmask him, see his face, and then say "you're," and then they would die. But they would usually start with I can't remember what letter, but it was a running joke because everyone was convinced this spoiled rich noble guy was probably the actual vandal. But they couldn't actually say his name because one, no proof, and two, he's rich.
It's always the rich.
Yeah.
It's always the rich.
But like
Death to the rich.
there's so many different adaptations of the character over the decades. Sometimes he's a monster, serial killer. Other times he's like a unexpected, like a hero helping. Not just deliberately harassing the poor, but rather like stopping the.
Sort of like Robin Hood-esque.
Yeah. I mean, mostly he'd be helping the rich again, but like the good rich people. And he wouldn't be hurting the innocent poor people, just the ones that are causing more harm than good with their rebellion. Again, it was of its time. But I would recommend checking out a webtoon called, what was it called?
Happy Tree Friends?
That's not a webtoon, and I still have
Why
nightmares.
are you plugging that?
That's a weird...
I'm not plugging it, I'm just remembering it because he said webtoon and it's spooky and it's hilarious.
But it's not a webtoon. Okay, whatever.
It's a tune on the web.
I mean,
Webtoons is...
I know.
Okay.
Okay, alright.
My brain works weird, okay?
That's fine.
I came up with that list in
Lavender
entirely 3
Jack.
minutes.
Check out it was popular at its time. I think it's become somewhat underrated for some reason. But check out a webtoon called Lavender Jack. It takes huge inspiration from Pulp Fiction and the 1800 novels, including Spring Hill Jack. And if you ever wanted to see a showdown between Spring Hill Jack and Tarzan, let's just say this will be a pretty close estimation. What is a good comic? I think people deserve more note.
Fair.
Anyway, but yeah, like I said, I would have to do a refresher, but I would love to talk about it more at length because there's like a whole bunch of interesting articles about it, especially the debate about even if he was even real to begin with. But he's not like Jack the Ripper, he wasn't necessarily killing people. He was just this mysterious thing that would just kind of like your axe guy, but minus the, killing, maiming, and crippling.
Yeah.
Did the pregnant lady keep the baby, or did it die in the process?
The baby survived.
Huh.
Oh, and
Probably
that became
grew
Jack
up-
the Ripper.
Probably.
Possible.
Weirdly enough, there's this like really famous American like mass serial killer who had like a whole murder house and shit, who people think may have been Jack the Ripper.
Oh, you mean Holmes?
Yeah.
There was also speculation that Gandhi...
The super peaceful dude?
Yeah, there was speculation that Gandhi could have been Jack the Ripper because in the period that Gandhi was in London, that is also the exact same time Jack the Ripper started and appeared, and when Gandhi returned to his home, that's when Jack the Ripper pissed off.
I mean, we did see how Gandhi was on Supernatural.
Yeah. Actually, there was at least a few articles where people used, people with too much time and money went ahead and used modern day technology to get what little DNA they had of those crime scenes because, old. And they found the identity of a patient at a mental asylum who got checked in around the time Jack disappeared. And so the DNA they believe belonged to the killer matched this patient. So it's implied that Jack the Ripper was just some mental guy who then got committed without anyone ever finding out he was a killer. And that's kind of why he disappeared. And he just never got released to continue killing. I don't, like I said, it's been a while, and it's only a theory because again, the DNA is super old.
Yeah.
So, but that's one of the theories that we found out. He's just some random mentally ill guy, and only got as far as he did simply because they didn't have modern technology.
There was a, I'm not sure if you ever played Assassin's Creed, but like there was a whole DLC with Jack the Ripper. He was like an assassin who just lost his mind and then went on killing people.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
yeah. I mean,
in like a psychotic kind of way.
Yeah.
yeah. We honestly should have like a whole other series based on just the fascination with the morbid and scary stuff. Anyway, I guess that is technically this.
Yeah. We do a bit of spooking here, but
Yeah.
it's also a bit of chilling.
Right. But yeah. I like the mythology that's revolved around Jack the Ripper because we can't ever really know.
Yeah.
But I can't help but it's like a Joker situation. Where the myth and legend is bigger than the actual person.
Yeah. I think it's one of those cases where the truth is less
Important.
and entertaining
Mhm.
or less interesting than what is built around.
Yeah, because
it.
in the end, the people died, specifically people that the society wasn't supposed to care about, but I think they did to some level.
Yeah.
And that had a ripple effect. The fact that we amplified his legacy like that, I think, was just a coping mechanism for the tragedy because we didn't know how to feel at the time, tragedy for these people that we were supposedly meant to look down on, the homeless, the prostitutes, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they were people.
I mean, historically, a lot of like homeless people and shit were the ones who were like the biggest victims when it comes to like serial killers and like the nobility and shit.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stories in fiction of definitely in the 1800s where just rich people were like too talented, too brilliant. It's like, because they were written by the rich in the first place, but they would always wear masks and then like protect the innocent rich people from those disgruntled homeless people. And it's like, and they wrote it unironically, like they were the good guys. It's like, I get it. It depends on your perspective, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Josh, anything to add?
No.
Okay.
We were listening intently and enjoying the conversation.
Brett was distracting me with pictures.
I'm not gonna lie, my ADHD was going crazy, bruh.
I'm gonna be honest.
Same.
I kind of halfway forgot what the conversation was. That's why I went to Josh.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really surprised none of us are on drugs right now.
We don't need drugs. We have ADHD and possibly undiagnosed bipolar disorders of some kind.
We got all the alphabet soup. And our assistant in the background.
And if you hear a mysterious third person, that's just a gremlin that likes to mess with the wiring.
That's our mascot. Its name is Chewy.
We low-key need to just give them their own like mic so we can get all those comments.
Yeah.
Occasionally unplug it.
Yeah. Like I said, I could do some more additional research if you want a more in-depth like analysis of Spring Hill Jack. It is a really cool thing. Honestly, I would like to talk more about Penny Dreadfuls. I feel like those don't get a lot of say anymore.
Do it. I'm looking something up that I saw the other day about chupacabras. While I find that, if you want to go off that.
Sure. Basically, similar to like Pulp Fiction, right? So, we get the term Pulp Fiction because it was printed on pulp paper.
Huh.
Which is a super easy disposable paper. It's not meant to last.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were just cheap, poorly thought out stories. And basically, every writer's got to start somewhere. Pulp Fiction was your way of just breaking in, essentially. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously. But then it did anyway, because everyone loves the Shadow, Docs. I bet you most people won't even know what I'm talking about. But the point is, there's a cult following to this day. You would not believe how much Superman riffed off of Doc Savage. The Fortress of Solitude, he did it first. The Fantastical Four, clearly blueprints for a certain team. Anyway, heck, he even had a little sister that was just basically a smaller, younger, female version of himself. Alright. Point is that before we had Pulp Fiction, we had Penny Dreadfuls, which is basically books you would read when you don't have anything better to do.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, but again,
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The only reason.
It's rude.
Okay,
Go ahead.
So, who here knows Wizard 101?
I hate you.
There was a character. I don't remember if her name was Penny Dreadful or if it was something based off of that. But there was a character inspired by it, and she always had books, and she was like one of the Death Wizards, and that's the only reason that I knew anything about Penny Dreadful.
Okay, so point is, why? Just why? Okay, back on topic. Penny Dreadful. I can't believe I'm saying back on topic. Okay, Penny Dreadfuls are basically cheap little piece of literature to help pass the time. They were basically the substitute for smartphones. Or doom scrolling, essentially. They would be, short-lived, blah, blah, blah. But, as it turns out, they get really addictive. Because they were like the earliest types of serial novelizing. That's where you would eventually get your... they're usually... For some reason, they're associated with more traditional novels like Frankenstein's Monster,
Classic.
Yeah, the modern Prometheus.
Interesting.
Dracula, which, by the way, the original novel, which has never been adapted, every movie has been an adaptation of the play that's an adaptation of the novel.
Very
the novel itself has never been adapted. It's basically the literature equivalent of a found film because it's just chock full of made-up newspaper clippings. It's fascinating. Beyond me, I don't have the time to properly read it, but I can respect the craft. But yeah, basically Penny Dreadfuls were like little scary short stories. The creepypastas of the 1800s.
Oh my god, bro. Creepypasta?
Yeah, poorly written, not well thought out.
Wasn't Slenderman one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jeff the Killer, Smile Dog.
You know, the actual...
Smiling...
Sorry, go ahead. Finish.
No.
Okay, the origin of Jeff the Killer is interesting, because like the actual photo that started it all is really fucked up.
Really?
Yeah, because originally it was never meant to create a creepypasta. It was just an attempt at cyberbullying. They took an obese girl and used Photoshop to make her face the way it looked.
Oh, I've heard
that's
this before.
fucked up.
To like fat shame her.
That is what it was.
But someone said like, oh yeah, that too. But like that would be an interesting mascot for an entire franchise that isn't even a franchise.
Holy shit, dude.
Yup. That is
So,
true.
for all the hot Jeff the Killer fan art out there, remember it came from someone wanting to bully someone for supposedly being ugly.
Support your local cyberbullying.
Do not, I repeat, please do not do that. It will hurt Josh's feelings.
Hey.
As long
Look,
as you're not
I'm-
cyberbullying Josh, it's okay.
And you,
No.
as long as you don't do the cyberbullying where he will notice it.
What is
Okay,
that supposed to be?
cyberbully your friends, don't cyberbully anyone else.
Yeah.
That's
Keep it
more
in the
acceptable.
family.
Group chat.
Like a
Yes,
good
keep it-
domestic household.
Yes, keep it in the group chats. Okay, so I found what I was looking for.
okay. I
So-
forgot you were doing something.
Yep. So there is documented proof of I don't know the years. The original
Oh, Gandhi?
No, the
Oh, okay.
original sightings of a chupacabra were linked to an escaped pair of breeding thylacine. So they were intended to go to the Bronx Zoo, but the ship. I have a photo of it for you.
Okay.
The ship
That'll be really
crashed.
useful in this recording.
Right?
Yeah, the ship crashed and all the animals escaped.
Mm-hmm.
And these two breeding thylacine thrived in the climate of North America because it's so similar to Tasmania, where they're from.
Yeah.
And 10 to 15 years after that is when they started, popping up. So here's a photo of what a thylacine looks like. No, that's not a full photo. Come on. There we go.
Oh.
This.
Oh yeah, those things are extinct
This
now.
is a thylacine.
Huh.
I can see why.
And there are still
So it kind of looks like a
the base description of a chupacabra.
it kind of looks like
like a wolf
anorexic
and a
fox.
tiger.
Yeah, it's an anorexic fox, but they have stripes
like
on their
it's-
back with a very bony structure in their face, which resembles, the sightings and rumors
Yeah.
of chupacabras.
Really long tail too.
Very aggressive creatures.
Kind of armadillo-like almost.
Yeah, kind of. But 10 to 15 years after that, a very small remnant of their population in Northern America was due to the ship crashing and the 2 breeding pair that were supposed to go to the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah. I mean,
So that could possibly explain chupacabras,
yeah.
except for the eating sheep part. I don't know.
Goat.
I'm sorry, goats. I don't know if they were big
I
enough
think
to
it was
take down
mostly
goats.
just livestock.
No,
in
that's
general.
the thing
Yeah.
is the goats' bodies were usually left behind, hence the goat sucker part.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're really big enough or strong enough to actually take one down.
That's the thing. I think that they struggled a lot because it seems like they would only they wouldn't kill all the goats. They could kill maybe 1 or 2, but their throats were lashed out, but they couldn't take the whole body. So I'm just saying the theory
True.
could still work. Is all I'm saying. But,
True, fair.
and it would make sense that they would make it into some monster because they would have never seen this creature since it's not native. And we all know how humans react to things that aren't native.
Jesus.
And sometimes the things that are native.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only because we called dibs.
True.
I already was right.
Izzy. What?
I ain't got nothing though.
What do you mean you don't got enough?
Alright.
Well, I mean, I think Josh was going to ask you a question.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then you made a weird face and got confused.
I thought he was trying to give me the mantle of speaking about something next. I got you.
I mean, he technically is, but he was going to set you up.
Yeah.
Alright, come on, lay it on me.
So, tell me, this is supposed to be a podcast about spooky shit. We talked about conspiracy theories. Like different cryptids and stuff. We talked about serial killers, but we also talk about things that are more on the supernatural side. Tell me, have you believe in that type of thing? Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So, what's something that kind of stands out to you that you might want to tell the listeners about? Always very interesting to hear these stories.
I mean, I got stories where I experienced ghosts or a feeling type shit. I remember when I want to say this is probably 08, 2008 for you young motherfuckers.
Oh, God. The fact that that's old is concerning. For me, that was the beginning of Batman Begins.
Oh shit, it was.
That was me falling in love with superheroes.
I remember there was this night. It was quiet. I'm chilling at the house. My mom is at work. It's probably 10, 11 p.m. I'm alone. I'm probably 6, 7 years old. Creepy, right? And then I see somebody climbing up our back balcony.
What?
Yeah. Let me lay it out. I see someone climbing up our back balcony, and immediately I'm creeped out. I'm scared. I run upstairs because I'm alone. I'm 6 years old, and I'm looking at the window, and he's looking right back at me. And as I'm looking at him, I'm noticing he looks transparent, he's not really there. It scared the genuine shit out of me. Ever since then. Fuck. Okay.
The gremlin's doing something. Anyway, continue.
Right.
I was just laying here.
I got distracted by his face. He just he had this he was just staring off at nothing. Just.
It's because I'm sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh seems to be really into cryptids, gremlins, Mothman, certain kinds of zombies apparently.
Oh, okay. No, not the zombies.
All right, so that sounds spooky and terrifying. Heck, that would have been terrifying if he wasn't see-through.
Was there more that?
Yeah. Later on, when my mom got back, she said she saw him too, but he wasn't climbing up the balcony anymore. He was at our next door neighbor's balcony, and she said he looked like her grandfather when he was young, and that was That was like a weird moment. I never met the guy, but like she pointed out like the Letterman jacket he was wearing and shit.
That's some spooky shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. So, like, your grandpa finally found a youth, wanted to show off.
Yeah.
But then realized he had to share the secrets with his family, so he decided to keep it to himself.
Nah, your grandpa said, "Let me share the fit check real quick."
No, he was just fucking with you.
Yeah.
He said, "Let me just show off this jacket real quick. Let me show the drip."
Yeah, he's just like, I'm young again, so I'm just going to
Drip to the young
immediately
blood.
regress to being a bully. Anyway. But, okay, wow. That is fascinating, actually.
Yeah.
And
I
you said
kind of lost the plot of what I was like speaking about that.
You were saying that he was translucent, too.
Yeah. I was just kind of like segueing into like ghosts and shit. Like, do you guys believe in ghosts?
Yeah, of course.
Like, you got any like ghost experiences?
Okay, first of all, let me just say, I'm a firm believer in many things sort of supernatural, paranormal. I do like to err on the side of science and logistics, so if I can explain something away, I will, but I'm also not against believing that there is more supernatural capabilities and possibilities out there. Like, I do think that there are paranormal ways to explain things that happen.
Yeah.
Like,
Like magic.
More simplistic things, yeah. Let's go with that, sure, whatever. As far as ghosts go, though, let's see, I want to talk about that whenever my brother's on the podcast.
So I know you have had some spooky shit in this house.
In this house?
We live in a sort of haunted house, by the way.
Well, okay. This wasn't really as much me, as much as one of my roommates who was living here at the time. He,
Batman.
yeah, let's just call him Batman for,
He speaks like Batman.
Batman.
and he cares about justice.
Justice.
He, me and him would hang out many nights. Later than we should, you know, getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep or
You
less.
do give off Jimmy Olsen vibes now I think about it.
Who's that? Hold on.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. It's like the closest thing Superman has to a sidekick.
Oh.
His reporter friend, the ginger.
Okay.
The ginger.
I know what you're talking
You
about.
might have lost a few fans for not knowing that.
No. I know who that is. I just temporary.
Madness.
Yeah, temporary insanity. So we would stay up pretty late, and he tells me later that, oh yeah, I stayed up because whenever I would go to sleep, I would get dragged out of bed by like this, like, creature, like this like spirit.
Like demonic entity.
Yeah. And he said that a lot of times he would come out to the kitchen and he would see this dark figure with red eyes in the kitchen.
Like shadowy
Yeah.
presence. Bright red eyes from what he told me.
No, I've never seen anything regarding that, but I do have a very strong like, I'm good at like feeling when there's something around, and I did feel something for quite a long time. But not only that, but this motherfucker, this supernatural paranormal motherfucker would be banging on the walls at like 2-3 a.m. like banging on the front wall of the house, or like the
Your roommate
the
or the
divider,
entity?
the entity. It would like be banging on the divider. I would go out to the living room, it would stop. I would go back into where I was at, which would be usually the second living room or the kitchen, and then it would start again. And I would go out there. I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up. I get you're trying to haunt me, but like, chill.
Oh, wait, is that why we had that weird mini earthquake that the rest of the neighborhood didn't feel?
Yup.
Oh fuck.
Yup.
No. That was
We
something
lost
else.
a really
I'm sure it was
cool
something
dragon
else.
clock
Okay.
because of that.
Now,
Dragon clock, more like Dragon D's. Sorry.
nuts. So back to that story a little bit. Your roommate, you said he got like pulled out of bed.
Yeah.
When he described it to me, it was like full force. Like big strong man named Brutus grabbed him by the chest, ripped him out of bed with all of his force. Like full strong man yeeted him out of bed. I don't think you emphasize that enough. And he literally woke up standing.
Yeah, you know, your friend was very adamant that, like, to not explore spiritual...
Demonic entities.
I was going to say enlightenment, but sure.
Luigi boards are never acceptable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't
fucking
he
valid.
literally have a priest come in and, like,
Bless
exorcise
the house? Yeah, we had a priest come in and bless the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Twice.
Shout
Twice.
out to one of my buddies, Ben, who's a priest. Or he's becoming a priest.
Woo,
for him.
religion!
Yeah. I call him Daddy Ben.
Okay, but the point is...
Daddy, forgive my sins.
Oh, God. Anyway.
That's what I said
Oh, no.
when he was forgiving my sins.
Okay. This is making me think of an unfortunate pulp story, so let's move on. We don't need to rehash that.
Oh no, little Timmy.
No.
Wah, wah, wah. Now I want to rewatch Hellsing Bridge.
Shout out to Hellsing Bridge. Great, great
Yes.
YouTube series.
I love that I think it's the same voice actor who does the abridged version of Cell. Perfect
I think
Cell,
so, yeah.
Yes.
He nails the pretentious super smugness. I love that.
Great series.
Okay, I see what you mean now.
Right?
That is distracting.
And I'm right fucking across from him. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Eat my
distracting.
shorts.
Anyway, I think you could actually hear the
Yeah.
on the mic, so...
Guys, ready to fucking hide?
Have you
No.
guys-
Anyway, okay, what were we talking about? Go for it.
Spooky shit. Which is why I wanted
Right.
to ask, have you guys ever had, like, sleep paralysis?
Oh.
Not yet, and
No.
hopefully never.
Oh my
Oh, no,
fucking God.
once. I did once, actually.
Did you see, like, a creepy woman sitting on your chest?
No.
Okay.
There was...
I wish.
I was in bed.
I mean, I would understand a hot one. Why a creepy woman?
Hey, women are women. They can still be hot and creepy at the same time.
I mean,
I
technically
guess.
true, I suppose.
But, okay.
Has no one ever seen Gone Girl?
No.
I mean,
never mind.
no one liked her.
The one with, like,
Anyway,
Ben Affleck?
Uh huh.
But
continue.
no, I'm laying in my bed, right? I'm like fucking 4 or 5 or something like that.
Oh no, we're going way back here.
I have my nightlight. I have my protection quilt.
Good for you, buddy.
It's blanky.
Somebody,
Because as we know, the lights will stop murders.
the closet door is closed. My bedroom door is closed. I'm laying there, and the closet door begins creaking open. I cannot move. I've woken up in the middle of the night, 2 fucking a.m., something like that. Actually, it was probably like 12. It was probably midnight. I was a child. I slept at normal times.
Fair.
Um,
We don't do that anymore here.
The closet door slowly started to fucking open, and then all I see is just this figure with these long, like, protruding fingers, like, wrapping around the top of my closet door, or the entrance. And this...
Like extra jointed fingers.
Yeah, like, this
Ugh.
figure is just laying in my closet, like, on the top shelf, adorned with, like, this mask.
What kind of mask? Describe it.
It looked a lot like the Scream mask,
Oh.
but more
Screamy?
face-like.
Ooh. Like pupils and
Like
teeth and
like
nostrils
flesh?
and tongue.
No.
Like skin texture?
Yeah, like skin texture,
Ooh,
like
fleshy
holes.
Scream mask?
Yeah,
Ugh.
fleshy Scream mask.
Was it still white?
It was pale.
Oh, so at least you could relate to it.
Damn. Ugh.
But no, I stayed up for what felt like hours before I passed out again and fell asleep, woke up, and everything was fine again.
So he stayed in the closet.
Yeah.
Did he ever come out?
No, he did not come out of the closet.
Okay.
I'm still waiting to this day for him to come out of the closet.
I mean,
Well,
you
it's
do
good
have a
to-
closet door. right
Okay,
there.
do not start that.
Well, at least
He's gonna
you're
text
supportive.
us in the morning and say that the closet man came back.
Oh my god. Anyway.
No, you're gonna see him over your curtains.
No.
Dog, don't even fucking...
No.
That's so fucking creepy.
No. Could you actually imagine, like, you're sleeping here and then the curtain slowly opening, but instead of, like,
No.
opening wide, the curtain just turns into its cloak as its face is just repeatedly coming closer to you. Oh my god.
So, for anyone listening, our gremlin assistant just popped out from behind said curtains.
Oh my god.
You completely missed it.
I
just
did.
went like this.
Oh my god, damn. And as I was describing,
Yeah.
that was great timing right there.
I wish we were filming.
Oh my god,
Later
congratulations,
season,
audio
later
people.
seasons.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna have a custom one of those masks made, just a
No.
fleshy ghost face mask.
Please, no.
The closest I
Oh,
ever
I'm gonna
got to
wake
wake
you up with
to
that
sleep
one
on
day.
paralysis, I woke up like unable to use my left arm.
Ugh.
But that was because I slept on it. I won't lie. For a good 10 minutes, I genuinely thought I crippled myself. I was like, "Oh God, I don't. If I had to lose use my arm, please not let it be for such a pathetic reason as simply sleeping on it for hours." I was scary, man. I could not lift it. I literally did this, and it plopped. I tried biting and chewing just to feel something. Dang.
You were gnawing on your arm to get some kind of sensation.
Like, live.
Give your arm CPR. Clear.
I wouldn't recommend tasing a numb part of your arm. You
Oh
just
my
end up
God, that
shocking
sounds
your entire
terrible.
body.
Oh yeah, no, that sucks.
Did you do that?
No.
Okay, God.
I've done it. It sucks.
But I saw this dumbass. He was doing a video reaction thing where he was tasing random things. And I said, now I'm going to tase this ring. And I said, I don't think you thought this through because it went through the ring because he's holding it in his hand. Everything else was on a table. He was holding this one in his hand and he tased himself on live camera and whatnot. And I was like, you're a dumbass.
That
I'm the best.
remi-
Go ahead.
It reminds me of a meme going around recently on TikTok or Instagram. And this girl had this magic lighting up ring. Dude takes a cattle prod. And she's like, make it glow. Zaps her finger. She goes, ah! She's like, get the ring! Gets her finger again. She's like, motherfucker! And he finally gets the ring and the stone actually starts glowing blue. She's like, yay! After she got cattle prodded in the finger twice.
Fuck no.
That is so evil and dumb and just really shakes your faith in humanity. Anyway.
No, that
You're
solidifies my faith in humanity.
Going back to it though,
Right.
You were mentioning sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Brent, have you experienced that? No? Yes?
Brother.
Oh boy. Once upon a time. Actually, fun fact, Izzy was in my house. And I know he was still awake because his phone light was emanating from the corner of the room.
I feel that.
And I was like, oh, I can't move. All I could do was barely turn my head like this much, like maybe a quarter of an inch, just enough to look down, see his body just laying on the floor, just scrolling through whatever he was scrolling through. Pornhub archives,
Probably.
TikTok, whatever it was. All I know is I could make out page 742 on the bottom.
Why you gotta out him like that?
Because he left me there paralyzed. That's
How
why.
the fuck was I supposed to know? If
You're
you're
just supposed to know.
how?
I
Explain
don't
that
know.
to me.
I've known you
look
long
at the
enough, you
eyes.
should know.
If it's blinking rapidly, you
Well,
might
it's
want
not
to.
like I'm like getting up to look at him in his face. Like having
Blink twice
to,
if you're paralyzed.
So
That
I'm
was
just,
more than twice.
I'm
It'll be
just
fine.
laying there.
Yeah.
And I look down and I see him laying there. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Again.
Insert GTA meme here.
Oh my god.
But there was no, like, paralysis demon that time. I
So-
think it was because Izzy was in the room. He might have been my paralysis demon, but...
I might have saved
That
you from
makes
the
sense.
paralysis.
Yeah, you might have saved me from him. But
yeah, they
I
came to.
could not move for, I think, 4 hours. And I'm just like, I really, really have to piss. I don't know if you remember. It was the time I suddenly jumped up and ran to the bathroom to piss. Yeah, I was stuck there for 4 hours. It was like, I think, 6 a.m. when I could finally move.
That's wild.
Wow.
He thought I just woke up and out of a cold sprint just ran to pee. It's like, nah, I couldn't move.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, dude.
God.
What?
All right.
Izzy,
Mm-hmm.
you brought it up.
I've had like a decent amount of sleep paralysis fucking moments.
Yeah, let's
Give
hear
us
'em.
the most intense and most demon-ridden one you got.
Well, I have a few of those. There was one, the last one I think was maybe like 2020, 2021. And I think I just fell into like a deep sleep after work. And I woke up on my side, could not move an inch. Nothing would move. I couldn't like turn, nothing. But I just felt like this dread. Like it was just straight fear gripping me. And I'm looking out of the corner of my eye and I can see something like right there, and I'm immediately like ready to like piss myself, scaring the genuine shit out of me. And like I look away because I'm like, all right, calm down. Like, there's no way something's there that's gonna get me, right? And I'm like 19, 20 at this point, so
Ooh,
I'm
the youngin'.
Yeah, I'm like terrified. Didn't even know I could get sleep paralysis at fucking 20 years old.
I think you can get them at any point.
Yeah, but I thought I like grew out of that.
Okay, I didn't know that was a thing you could grow out of.
Most people I know, besides you motherfuckers, like they never mention sleep paralysis after a certain point, or they mention it and it's like something they have because they have like a sleep disorder type thing.
Yeah.
I have yet to experience it, or if I had, I didn't notice.
I feel like I definitely have a sleep disorder.
Yeah.
'Cause my entire family is like ridden with like sleep disorders. Fucking insomnia.
You have insomnia coupled with cocaine brain. Not that you've ever done cocaine, but like your brain's on
I had
something
the
all the
opportunity,
time.
just never went for it.
Damn. Oh, the two different reactions here.
Hey, you know why I'm saying good.
Yeah.
You know why I'm saying good.
Me inciting chaos, him, praising the non-chaos.
Yeah.
The self-respect and restraint.
But anyway, back to the story. I look away, but every time I look back, like it's getting closer and closer, and like I can't make out. Don't fucking do that. I'm already feeling it already, and it's not like I can't say it's like a dark figure. Like the colors I could make out was like kind of gray. Like I could make out like the shoulder-ish area and like the hands and shit. And it's just moving closer and closer, and I feel like my heart is about to beat out of my chest. And then like at some point, I don't know, I don't know, I move, but I throw the covers over my head so I don't like see the shit.
No, Brent, I already did that.
I know, I was just trying to get closer and closer.
Even as a grown man, I'd like go under my covers to like protect myself from that shit.
Yeah, because as we all know, hiding your face under covers makes you bulletproof, fireproof, and immune to all murders.
Come to think of it, that is actually how I ended that night of sleep paralysis. Is I hid under my protection quilt.
Yeah.
Not the blankie.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
It was
Wait, if you were in sleep paralysis, how'd you get under it?
At some point, you can just move. Like, I
Yeah.
can't explain it.
Yeah.
It's like you can do your base movements, but you can't like.
Oh, did the demon come out of the closet and tuck you in?
Shut the fuck up.
Could you imagine if you're just laying there and your fleshy ghost face came out of the closet, walking up to you all mangled, gnarled fingers coming at you and just grabs your blanket and slowly tucks you in
That's
and pats you on the
terrifying.
head
No.
twice
Oh, that's very
and goes back to the
Undertale of
closet
you.
and closes the door and just whispers, "I'll get you next time," and just closes the door.
Oh,
You better watch the top of your curtains tonight.
bro, stop.
I would imagine they would say something along the lines of, "You're lucky you're not the first black one yet."
What?
Let's cut that part.
Oh, come on. It's a horror movie cliche.
Let's not get Josh canceled on episode 1.
I am very tempted to get him canceled.
Well, we know who's not coming back next time.
All right. We'll cut it out. Whatever.
The dark one. One with the darkest sense of humor here. Norman?
Yeah, you.
Is that?
Okay, you're gonna have to cut that out too. But the point is, don't.
Oh, you're gonna cut mine out, but not his?
I mean, I would recommend you cut out that one. It may have been poorly received.
Hey, you're the one who started this.
I know. I just. I just like that running joke, right? Like the black one always dies first, but it's like it's very
The movie stereotype.
Yeah, but it's very poorly supported actually.
I
Like it happens, but
Well, it's not necessarily saying the black guys always die first, it's just they always die.
yeah.
I will say part of that reason why the black person always dies because we're the ones saying all the logical shit. Let's get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
We need to get if you're doing a movie, you need to get rid of the logic.
Yeah.
So that way the people die.
But it also stems from racism in Hollywood back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like all the directors, like actual racism, they're like, oh, we'll put some black characters in there for,
Reasons.
inclusive reasons, and then bam, they're dead. Bam, they're dead.
Yeah.
Bam, they're dead.
Yeah, because
When was the last time you saw a 70s or 80s
Which
horror
ex-
movie where the black person lives?
Yeah.
Or
Which-
isn't mangled beyond repair?
Which explains why all the people who have sex also die. Because they're incel versions.
Anyway, but what, that's what I liked about Peele's movies, specifically
Friday the
Get Out and Nope, because the titles were references to what they expected the cliche black hairs to say in horror movies.
Yeah.
That nope, and just exit stage left, like a smart person. Like, and when he did the remake for Candyman, or I guess semi-remake, semi-sequel, there was
I would like to not shout that movie out and trash that remake right now. That's a horrible movie.
Oh, really?
The remake of Candyman?
I've never seen a
horrendous.
single one.
I'm referring to the trailer specifically.
Okay.
There was a scene where the guy was, rehashing the mythology. You stand in a mirror, you say it 3 times, he appears, right? And then the black lady, who would be dumb enough to do that?
Candyman.
And then, okay, yeah, but after she asks who would be dumb enough, after she explained the rules, she said who would be dumb enough to actually do that, it immediately cut to a scene of a bunch of white girls in the bathroom.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yup. But no, they're always blondes in the movie too.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I would be so scared of bathrooms because of mirrors. Even though I didn't say Bloody Mary, I would still be like, I wouldn't be able to close the door.
Oh, you wouldn't say Bloody Mary 5 times?
It's 3 times.
Is it 3 times?
I'm pretty sure it's 3 times.
Oh, so you just gotta say Bloody Mary, and Bloody Mary?
Stop.
Speaking
There's
of
no mirror in here.
Speaking
I'm so
of
scared.
speaking of weird fears involving like the bathroom, do you guys ever do that weird habit where you see the closed curtain of the shower and you still check inside just in case there's something in there?
I swing.
And that's why I love having glass bathroom doors.
I used to
Same.
for the longest time.
I would just peek to see if there was a dead body or a murderer, and then do my business.
Oh my god.
Or like the thing where like you're like downstairs or in like the living room or something, you turn the lights off and you run so you can like
my God.
You run up the stairs to
Yeah.
the light.
Yeah.
All the memes of people chasing them up the stairs. See if they get up there. We're like, all right, I'll get you next time.
I
See you
love
next
that shit.
Thursday.
Yeah, because it's not, what they don't tell you is that you don't grow out of the fear of the dark.
No.
You just
I'm scared of the dark still.
That's wild.
you just run. Okay, we don't like the fact that we can't tell if someone else is in there.
Yeah.
That's like, remember, we're not scared of the dark. We're scared of the idea that someone is there without us knowing.
Yeah.
No, let me round back to checking the shower curtains.
Mm-hmm.
One time I was at my buddy Michael's house,
Mm.
and I'm going to take a piss. I haven't seen him for like 10 minutes, not thinking about it, thinking he's just in the kitchen with his dog, his sisters, his mom, whatnot. I go in the bathroom, I go to take a piss, whip it out. I'm literally midstream,
Oh my god.
midstream, and I hear a rustle in the curtains. I'm like, oh nah. You ever just pause stream to turn around and check something spooky?
Yeah.
I turn around and wail off on that curtain, and Michael's behind it.
Oh my god.
I punched him in the throat too.
I mean,
Good.
kind of justified though. I'm not gonna lie.
All he did was just a little right on the curtain.
I would have swung too.
Yeah.
I did. I was like, nope. Pause. Boom.
Oh my god. We're gonna hit pause. Like, wow.
Pause the stream.
Yeah. Dude. Anyway, but that's painful.
Turned right back around. Continued pissing while he was coughing in the bathroom. Yeah, that's how it was for the rest of my piss. And then I turned around. I was like, "You good?" He was like, "Yep." I told him he was lucky I didn't piss on him because I was thinking about it.
Open the
So good.
As soon as I felt
the icing on the piss cake.
Okay.
the flavoring in the icing.
Oh god.
I definitely would do this thing where I'd go somewhere, maybe it was dark or maybe there was a fear something could be there, and I would like start talking to myself or like to the entity that was there and shit, like they were there. And then I would like look at random spots in the room like I was talking straight at it to like psych it out, make it like, reveal
You
itself
tried
me.
to psych out the demon
Yeah.
that's in your head?
Yeah,
Bro, he knew what you was doing.
Sometimes you gotta do that. I swear there was this time I did that. Like I was just like talking to myself and I was like, what do you think, bro? I was just looking at the corner of the room, like waiting for him to respond.
You just waiting for I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sometimes you just gotta do that. Even if you know like it's just irrational, you still gotta fucking do it.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
So, that reminds me of spooking people.
Mm-hmm.
One year on Halloween, me and my buddy Michael and Colton, he had this house in downtown Raleigh, capital North Carolina, City of the Oaks.
Mm-hmm.
It was on this like
set of steps you had to walk up. It was like 2 sets of steps that met in the middle, and then you'd have the front steps to the house. His dad let those bushes overgrow every October for this reason. We would dress up as clowns, zombies, and like hide in the bushes. I'd have a chainsaw that I took the blade off, and I was always the zombie because I'd be right at the end when they're leaving the actual front steps to run down and leave.
Yeah.
I'd jump out at them. We had fog machines scaring them, and the parents were always like, "Why is there a zombie with a chainsaw?" But there were so many little 5-6-year-olds that actually
That's
pissed
so
themselves. We had one of the squares of concrete dubbed the piss square because that's where we would jump out on. Because one of them would reach out, grab their leg at the first couple steps. We'd always scare people. It was always great, and people always knew me as the zombie with the chainsaw.
So, to add to that, why is there not a movie called The Zombie with a Gun? I feel like that should be a movie.
That's our next project.
Okay.
Project HyperMallow 2029.
There is
Sure, 2029. I'll accept that.
there is a movie based in like the cowboy days with zombies in it and shit. The zombies don't have guns, but like
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's called The Quick and the Undead. It's interesting.
I'll have to check it out later.
Yeah.
Speaking of zombies, though, I think that we should start getting closer to the wrap up point.
Mm-hmm.
At the very end of the podcast, there's a segment that I like to do where we talk about zombies and the zombie apocalypse for when it inevitably happens.
Okay.
Now, the question is, what is your weapon of choice? Where are you going? And what's the plan? We'll start with the guest of honor first, Izzy. LowKageZ.
LowKageZ.
All right. Well,
Don't say a Rasengan.
dog. But as you guys know, I have like an arsenal of weapons at my house currently.
At your house, you have an arsenal of weapons on you at all times.
Not currently.
I mean, he's got this hatchet right now.
Yeah, but like that doesn't count,
Oh, okay.
And
You just need one more and it counts as an arsenal.
oh yeah, with pens. Oh, you're fucking dumb.
Okay, John Wick.
Weirdly enough, I always thought it was
Javon Wick.
like the way they're always like he killed 3 people with a pencil. I've been imagining killing people with pencils and pens since I was a kid. Like I feel like that's not even a hard.
Very
thing to do.
Joker of you.
Like people coming in. Nah, you ever have that where like people you ever in your mind like save the classroom from a shooter or something like that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like someone breaks in or someone's trying to fight you and you just kill them with a pencil?
Yeah, I've also
And you're like a
like,
5th grade savior.
and I used to be like really scared of like putting my pencils like upright
my
on
God.
desks. Because I always thought somebody would like come behind me, especially you, and
Nah,
just slam my head on
I
it.
would slam your head onto the desk without anything on it.
Because like somebody actually did that, but like the eraser hit me in the.
Oh
my God.
I mean, it makes you
Yeah.
feel, but it would be way easier to just jam a pencil up your eye and give you a street level lobotomy,
That's
Yeah.
true.
rather
So-
than like force your entire head down.
So are you saying a pencil is your
No,
choice
no.
weapon in a zombie apocalypse?
In a zombie apocalypse, I want at least like a axe or a hatchet. One.
Okay.
And like maybe like a machete, maybe.
Wait, how many do we get? Do we get one and a backup?
Anything within reason.
Those 2 things and a gun.
A gun?
Yeah.
Like what kind of gun?
Shotgun.
Shotgun?
12 or 20?
12.
Good answer. Sawed off?
I don't know.
Okay.
I like the thought of a shotgun,
Like mid-barrel?
Yeah.
Okay.
As for me, I honestly it would be just a bat and a sport bag full more or sports equipment. I have no experience with the knives and blades or guns, so I'm just gonna stick to the basics.
Blunt objects for the win.
Yeah.
Blunt objects.
Yeah, I probably put a crowbar in there too. It really depends on how much weight I can carry, but yeah, I'm just gonna smash them if I have to fight at all. Casey Jones. Anyway.
So, I'm going to go a little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of sharp and blunt.
Mhm.
Taking, a bit of ideas from Walking Dead. I'm taking a Lucille baseball bat with barbed wire.
Valid.
And I'm putting roofing nails through it. So I got
Oh,
nails,
those are long.
barbed wires, and a baseball bat.
Okay.
That's my main.
So like taking the Fallout bat and putting all the things on it, even though you don't just do one.
Just barbed wire and nails.
Yep.
And wood.
Yep.
It'd be fucking dangerous.
Yep, and hopefully it's signed by Babe Ruth. I'm gonna find an autographed one to take out some zombies. You know,
Right.
if I have to break into a museum, that's what I gotta do.
Well, as everyone
But-
knows, the autograph gives it power.
Yep,
It does. At
Yeah,
least
I'll-
an extra +1 to power.
Yeah, I'll gain the ability of Babe Ruth. Just hit a zombie's head off. But that's gonna be my main. My backup. If I had to choose a melee weapon, I'd choose either a machete or a katana, because I know how to keep them sharp and also long reach on a katana, medium with machete. But if I had a gun, I'm choosing a 1911.
Okay.
1911 extended clip. And I'm also grabbing some sports equipment like some shoulder pads and football gear.
No, I fucks with it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Were we also supposed to answer where we were going?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's start with is he looking?
Whoa, what's your weapons though? What's
Me?
your weapons? Yeah, you.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, Mr. Host.
You're gonna
Well,
be doing this more often than
host
us.
with-
Yeah,
the most.
I will be doing this pretty often. So
Every
I'll-
time he does this segment, he's going to change it up a little bit, improve upon it to the point where he has the best
or I'm
zombie
just gonna give it an
tactics.
entirely different answer every time.
And eventually you're going to build the best tactic ever.
All right. I'm gonna kind of bounce off of you.
Okay.
Baseball bat.
Mm-hmm. Where is she? I know you got one around here. She's somewhere in here.
Yeah, somewhere. Bat. There it is. Oh, there we go. Not really. Okay, this isn't really a bat, but it's more of a.
Police
2.5
Like-
foot baseball
Well, it's not
bat.
a police baton, but it's like a baton.
It's a
Not bad.
2.5 foot baseball bat.
Yeah. Now, I would rather have something longer, like an actual baseball bat.
Yeah.
For
Metal
the
or
reach.
wood?
Wood.
You see, that depends on what kind of metal it is. Wood does splinter, but the weaker metals will last less time than the wood.
Yeah.
So
It'll
if you have a-
splinter, but it won't
yeah.
straight up crack because it's not a 100-mile-an-hour baseball.
Yeah. But if you can find like a really decent, like high quality metal baseball bat, definitely going with that above the wooden baseball bat.
You also got to remember when you hit a metal object, you're gonna feel that entire reverberation through your arms.
But,
Better have some good gloves.
Yeah.
Is that all you're taking as baseball bat?
Yeah.
Just one weapon.
Just one weapon.
No
one
backup.
baseball bat.
No backup.
well, he'll have many, many tries to perfect his answer from here on out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's be real here, I guess. Machete's also a good answer. I would go with that. I'm not a big fan of the bladed weapons, but if
But zombies.
if we're gonna round out the whole, you know,
I like to add, I would obviously carry a hand knife if nothing else. To have
Smart.
a blade weapon, but I'm not going to risk using a sword on the account that I know that I do not know how to properly use a sword.
valid.
I would just end up hurting myself. But yeah.
I would also take. I'm not gonna lie. I would probably go crossbowing it.
Okay.
I know I wouldn't be able to use a bow properly,
Yeah.
and even if I could, then it's still a death warrant.
I would still recommend you would go with the bow over the crossbow because you can make your own arrows. It's a lot harder to make bolts.
Really,
Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Heck,
Well, I
it's-
played enough Minecraft. Okay, I know how to make arrows.
I kind of
Okay, live action Steve over here.
I understand why you would go with like a crossbow because like having the skill to use a bow and arrow that would take you time and like that could like fuck you over.
Which
You know
I
what
don't
it is.
have.
Yeah.
Not at the moment, anyway. Though I definitely would recommend putting in the hours after the fact whenever you have the opportunity.
Yeah, I probably would. In a zombie apocalypse, I would train myself how to use a bow and arrow.
You
as
should
time
probably
goes
start
on.
doing that now, because zombie apocalypse could start next month.
To
See-
be fair, you could technically create a bolt, my bad,
Oh, no.
with a pencil and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like a huge segue on my part here, but I always thought that if like you remember that weird thing DC did, DC Deceased.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
deceased.
Yeah, no, I thought it would be really cool since it was all made up universe anyway, right?
Mhm.
Instead of it just being like the standard DC universe but zombies, what if they just reinvented all their origins with the zombie apocalypse? So I thought like instead of being stranded on an island, Oliver Queen just got really good with a bow and arrow because that was his weapon of choice during the zombie apocalypse. I just, you know,
That sounds cool.
yeah. And like Batman lost his parents to zombies or something.
Superman just died as a baby. Got eaten as soon as he got hair before he absorbed some yellow something.
No. He's the super zombie. He's the origin. He's patient 1. Like
Who
that.
else
It
is
happened
there?
to Krypton, and it got carried over to Earth.
Ah,
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense.
That'd be-
Kryptonians. Oh no, Kryptonian zombies.
That'd go crazy.
Oh no.
And like Zod is like an unexpected good guy because he's the only one who survived.
All right, where are you hiding?
Going back to it, yeah.
Where are you hiding?
The location. Well, we're gonna start with Izzy here.
Location, that's hard for me to answer. At least somewhere fortified, like with a gate at the very least, and like multiple entrances and
Give
exits.
us an example.
A rich neighborhood.
Yeah. I kind of like the thought of like, you know those houses where they have like a basement, but like the basement has a exit and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I would
fires-
I would
Like
love
a cellar
those.
exit.
Yeah.
That or a school.
Yup.
To be the one time teenagers
Like-
would actually want to go to school.
Like Bill Murray's house.
And I'm not
Yeah.
dissing the generations of now. I mean, like every teenager, every generation as a teenager, you didn't want to go to school.
Yup.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Where are you going?
me, I got 3 choices. One is the local veterinarian, Waffle House,
That's actually really smart.
Waffle House is always a dub.
and
crackheads with chairs.
To be fair, the Waffle House will probably be just as defended as any military area.
For sure.
and when you learn fun facts about Waffle House, it's like I trust them for some reason. And then the really crazy hardcore Boy Scouts, not the casual ones, the ones that took it too seriously.
You know, they had
So
a
the
movie
ones in
about that.
Iowa.
Yeah, basically. The point is that go ahead.
No.
Okay. The point is that veterinarians, because they're less likely to be victims of the zombie as the hospitals are, and also because their field of expertise means that they're trained for their patients not to bite them.
Okay, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
And free dogs.
Free dogs.
Free dogs is always
If
good.
I'm gonna go out, I want like 12 dogs by my side.
Yeah.
Not to actually take down the zombies, just to have puppers.
Also, we need to like immediately acquire as many dogs and train them like from
That's
pups.
smart, yeah. Unless
let's
the
borrow a
dogs
few
can become
examples.
zombies,
Yeah.
then we might be fucked.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's why we don't let them kill our dogs, and if anyone kills our dogs, I'm putting a bullet in their head.
Yeah.
Like 1911.
Yeah.
But the main thing is like it's not a zombie movie technically, but Terminator was onto something about the training the dogs to spot Terminators. I feel like we can do that with the zombie thing. Actually, it's even more believable because rotting flesh. And then I guess, but a more end point is I'm either going to go to like Antarctica, a colder region.
Smart. The zombies would be slower.
Yeah.
But realistically, how are you going to get to Antarctica if the entire world is shutting down?
Not
Well, that would
Antarctica,
be a process.
Yeah.
but
Obviously.
like a really long term thing, and obviously open to alternatives like living on a boat.
Boat life.
That's not good. That's not a bad idea.
Get your Sperry's and your short shorts.
All right, Brent, you?
All right. So I'm doing 2 things first. I'm checking the Waffle House Index. If you don't know about the Waffle House Index, it's to show if Waffle House closes during natural disasters and shit. Because they don't close, and if you ever see a Waffle House close in your area, you need to leave your area immediately.
Yeah.
When the
Immediately.
when the hurricane hit Florida, Waffle House actually closed, and people were like, "Oh no, we got to get the fuck out of here."
No, that was true. There were 4 Waffle Houses that closed, and almost everyone in Miles who saw that left.
Yeah.
But I'm checking that, and if I'm not going to a Waffle House, I'm going 2 places first. One is a Dick's Sporting Goods. Get my
Choice.
supplies. 2 is a school. Get some food and supplies and drugs.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to a bank.
Robbing the bank.
No, I'm getting in the safe.
All right.
With a
That-
slim open door that I can stab zombies as they're trying to come
Okay.
at me.
Because I was about
Okay.
to say, you would
Yeah.
run out of air if you closed
Yeah.
the door.
But the one place I'm never, ever going,
The mall.
Oh, dude,
a
fucking dying
storefront Jersey
light.
Mike's. I am never going to a storefront Jersey Mike's because all those walls are just windows and glass. They'll break so easily.
No, Dead Rising. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
The mall.
But no, I say that because once upon a time, one of our guests slash hosts slash guest of honor said they would go to a Jersey Mike's. But I'm not going to out who that is.
Okay. I just remembered my original third, because I couldn't remember what my third was.
Third what?
The 3 locations, right?
Oh,
I guess at Waffle House Vet and Veterinary. There was a third one, and that was any local farms.
Zombie
That's a good
cows.
Because, well, yeah. It's not a perfect one. I'm just saying, is like, because if Waffle House could stay open during the zombie apocalypse, they would. But they still need eggs. So I feel like, since grocery stores will no longer exist, what better place to go than a place that naturally grows its own food?
Grab a chicken, tie it by its feet, tie it to a backpack.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
It's not wrong.
you got mobile eggs. All you got to do is let him walk around in some grass every now and then. Just keep his legs tied together so he can't get far.
That's wild.
The main concern when it comes to the zombie apocalypse is clean water and having food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boil some
I'm
water,
definitely
let it
on
cool,
the
and you're
boat
good.
idea, though.
Yeah.
Boat life.
Because,
And it's not like you'd be alone either. I'm pretty sure lots of people would be willing to just be their own leaderless fleet of boats.
Yeah.
We'd create like little bridges for
There
each
would
other.
absolutely not be leaderless anywhere.
Yeah, okay, there'd be
Some asshole would try and take over and rule everything,
and
but
then I would
eventually
push
get
Brent
killed.
off of the boat.
Hey,
him off
hey,
of the
hey!
boat.
I never said it would be me. For anyone listening, I was pointing at myself.
I would be there with you, but I'm keeping it being with you. I'm not good with the rules and authorities.
Politics.
Yeah.
To be
I
fair,
hate authority.
To be fair, if we were ever in a situation where we had a bunch of boats tied together, made bridges, and we're living off the coast, me and if it was small enough where it's like 20, 30 people, me and Izzy would be running that bitch.
Yeah.
The sad thing is that the zombie apocalypse is the perfect time for cult leaders to be socially acceptable.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Because as long as they're not dumb about it, which most of them will.
As long as Rick Grimes don't show up, we're golden.
Because the fact of the matter is, we do need that structure.
I just say...
Give him a second, folks.
He's buffering.
Oh, I lost it.
Darn.
All right, where are you going?
Boat.
Just a boat.
Just a boat.
One singular location. No stops on the way?
No, I would stop everywhere. That's the point of the boat.
See, if I'm with a group, yeah, I'd be down to go on a boat. But like, if I'm alone, a boat is not going to be my first place to go.
Got it, so we'd have to drag you on the boat.
Yeah,
I
we
ain't gonna have to
Dexter that
drag
shit.
you. Like, I'd be down to do it, but if I'm alone, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go on a boat because I can't fucking swim. I don't fuck with water.
Well,
It took you guys like 30 minutes to convince me to get on the kayak when we went to the beach.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
well, there would still be a place for you because we would need ports.
But I ain't staying on that boat. If you guys are on boats, I'm going with.
Okay, so you are going on the boat.
Yeah.
All right.
But, like,
I
that's
thought
only-
you said that you didn't want to get on a boat.
It's not my first
All
time.
right,
if I'm
we gotta go
alone.
to Charleston, South Carolina, and steal the Carnival Sunshine.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. And
Big boat, open water.
Yeah.
the point
Right,
is,
Josh?
if we could steal a helicopter, right? And
None of us know how to fly.
we'll still a pilot on
I
top
played
of that.
a game before. I could figure it
Oh
out.
my god.
Okay.
Please tell me it's not Capcom because they are notorious for dying.
Anyway.
Any hoozle.
I've played a flight simulator once or
Yeah,
twice.
exactly. See, he gets it.
I have 30 minutes of flight time.
30 minutes. I got 30 seconds. I got
You
Okay,
immediately
so-
crashed, didn't you?
it.
My
Yeah.
point. Okay.
Okay, so up is not down.
All right. So my point is, if we could get our get our hands on one of those fancy naval ships with the helicopter platform, I'm just saying that'd be really cool.
Battleship?
Yeah, I'm not an expert, man. But my point is like, because at that point, like, they need the extra hands. If we make ourselves useful, we can tag along, we'll be safe. Anyway.
That being said, Izzy,
Yeah.
LowKageZ,
Yep.
what are your links? What do you wanna? What are you promoting?
Your boy, I am on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, everything LowKageZ, everywhere on all platforms.
Until TikTok gets banned, but it's
Yeah.
alright.
Either way, I'm still gonna be on Twitch.
LowKageZ.
Yep.
You guys follow him. This has been a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I hope everybody had a lot of fun. We talked about a lot of spooky shit, a lot of cryptids, serial killers.
Questionable things with lists.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about.
You turned into a turkey there for a second, didn't you?
A little bit of sleep paralysis.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. But anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for listening. Thank you, Izzy, LowKageZ.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Noir.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Brent.
Yes, sir.
We hope to see you guys again next time.
Leave a comment what you liked most about this podcast.
Yeah. Or if you're, watching listening on Spotify, just go ahead and like it. I don't know. Can you
I think
comment?
you can.
Can you
Yeah, I
comment
think on Spotify podcast.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
Just comment.
and drop some topics you'd like us to talk about for those of us who are going to be returning.
Yeah, send us some interesting facts.
Like and subscribe.
Yep.
Bye.
Ciao.
Yeah.